So welcome down, bro, man. Welcome down. Man. We've got the Henny White on deck. You know what I mean?
White, sipping that right. The Pringles.
You see what I'm
not
saying,
the regular
fam?
Pringles are the tortilla ones.
Yeah, you have to change it up.
You get me?
It was on offer, that's why.
Like
fam,
people
I keep
borrow money, nacho cheese.
So yeah, man. I mean, we've got SAS down here. I was just saying off the mic. I was out in New York a couple years ago, and everywhere I'd seem to go and meet people and give out my mixtape, because I'm a rapper also, it would be a thing where they would ask me about SAS, like mandatory. Yo, what's up with those boys SAS? And I was like, how you know about them? And it would all go back to like Hot 97, Kanye, Dipset, rah. But it would be you lot out there grinding and making a name for yourself. And it was only in the last 2 or 3 years that people would start saying names like Tiny Temper and a couple of others here and there, not too many. And I wanted to just start with you guys on I guess I saw the Not For The Radio interview, and they mentioned something about accents.
Yeah.
And I know you guys it seemed like you was a little bit shocked to hear it, like you never really heard it before, or.
No, it's not that. We've heard it. We heard it before. Just that where we was living there, going high school there.
Yeah.
Late teens to early 20s. Well, maybe it was 19. I think when we moved back.
Oh, what?
We was completely Americanized. We'd been there for a later part of our teens. Out there, no parents, just running the streets, running around, doing what we were doing. So, being back in London, our accent kind of changed back to proper British by the time we come to America mixtape.
Yeah. So there was a little bit of a change.
And that was over a decade ago. So to us, it's surprising when men still mention it, because it's like...
It's a long time ago.
Come on, that's old news. And
maybe they've been waiting to interview you too long, man.
Yeah, maybe they waited too long, and maybe they just didn't keep up with what we was putting out there. To be honest, they might have just heard the earlier stuff, and that was when we was out there the most. Do you know what I mean? That's when we had we had the biggest push. Really, we didn't really have that much marketing, but you know, it was the big, big hitters. So that's when they must have heard the most music, and that's the time when we was just back, pushing, like a few years back, innit? Really, it took us about as long as we lived there to shake be back in London to
be Londoners again. Yeah.
But we never wanted one. And I'm not just saying that because we live here and we were born and raised here, and it is what like I actually never wanted one. Like, ever.
For the record, when I go there, I only go there for a month, fam.
Yeah.
And I come back with new slang, and I'm talking to bitches and shit, and they're like, "What's that mean?"
Yeah.
And it happens. They influence you quite easily, not because you're easily influenced, but because they're so fly.
Yeah.
They're ahead of us a little bit in most things. You know what I mean? So.
And they don't understand you, so it's like you're always trying to proper like pronunciate or like enunciate your words in a certain way.
They don't even understand what some words even mean, bro.
Before you know it, you're like saying the stuff that they would say. So I mean, they laugh at like it's just mad, but yeah, that's
yeah. But to us, it's surprising to hear it because that was 10 years ago. Man, they're still talking about that. Like it was British.
Like it was yesterday. Yeah.
Those British rappers rapping like that and never been
over here and never
been on holiday.
Yo,
man, ain't even been on a city break.
Because that's what I was gonna get to next, man.
So I think like when other people, like when some of the grime guys are talking about that, they've got a we're exempt because we lived over there.
And you was out there for basketball, right?
And then like put it this way, from when I was 15 years old, I used to go to basketball camps every summer over there and all that. So from 15 years old, we'd been to America every year till about 2008.
Yeah, it's a long time, man.
So every summer we was there for the whole summer, 3 months at a time, whatever. Well, even when we weren't living there. So,
it's a long time, man.
Yeah.
It's different being there with your man, then, but when it's just you and one or two other man,
and
then you go to school. You're in the hood, like you're not just in school. You're not around just people like, hey man, hey y'all.
Yo,
like you're not around that. You're around like yo word life, son. Like you're around that real like. You know what I mean? Like that. Like you just hear certain things and you know it's about to pop off. Like that kind of where certain man would be even scared to even go to the corner shop, let alone be in
you know what? For people that ever had a bad word to say about you having an American accent. I remember, this is, you got to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going off memory, innit? Yeah. I had a Rewind magazine with you lot in.
Yeah.
And there was a caption pulled from it saying that you was advised to put on a twang by a rapper. Is that am I right?
No,
or?
50 was like, use
your British accent.
But don't be so...
Don't be so British.
Don't be so British where we can't identify what you're talking about.
And then he gave an example when he used to flip it, like do the down south shit. Like my papa's got the mobs, my thingy got the club. You know when he first started doing that.
The first guy with Bun B on the track,
when he started doing all that kind of shit. Yeah, it was on the Power of the Dollar.
World Goes Round, I think it's called.
Yeah. He was showing us that, and he was like, like flip it or whatever, like that kind of way. So
50 Cent's telling you
definitely good advice as well.
Yeah, we bumped into him in Times Square. Yeah, had a little cipher with him on the corner.
Oh yeah, we never mentioned that. We never mentioned that.
We mentioned it. I think our first rewind in it.
Yeah, that's where I remember it from, man.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you know, I see the vision. You guys got something.
So what was he at this point? What year was that?
That was he just done Out to Rob, but he was like, he was like Summer Jam, and like the song was playing and that, and then Jay came at him and said, I'm about $1. What the fuck is this?
So this was early 50s.
Yeah. He was right there, and then Jay was, and then Jay was like,
didn't know what he looked like, right?
But he didn't know it was him. And he was like, because even when he said, this is me, like
he just used the coin in it as a logo.
He played the shit and was like, what'd you think of this? And I was like, we love this shit. It's crazy because we heard it on the radio. And he was like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, no, it's not you. And he said that. But then the crazy thing is, down the line, like. Now I've met people like recently or like a few years ago, months ago, and then I've been talking, and then our name comes up, and they go, you know, them SAS brothers, and
they didn't know it's you,
and I'm like, that's me, and they're like, no, yeah, that's me. That happens to me more often than not. So it made me think, you know what? I know that we didn't really get our goal to like really cross over or get our faces out there because. I've got a distinctive face. I've got a big scar on my face. I'm 6'3". I'm not really somebody that you see and forget about. So,
but you out a lot, man.
I'm out a lot.
That's
what I'm saying. You see me everywhere. So
from
time is to that level, and people know the name, but they don't know the face. I'm like, bruv, it's time to.
Perhaps they think, that's not him. He's out here too. Like he's out here comfortable.
No. It's people that met me for the first time, but they don't know that. They don't know you look like. Face. The name holds weight more than the face. I think
the actual venture with us and RocaFella was so big in the UK.
It was bigger than us.
In newspapers.
Yeah, it was massive.
It was actually bigger than our faces.
Yeah, bigger than us. It was bigger than us.
That's before the internet, right?
Everything as well. So in America,
way before it was before the internet. That's the main thing.
In America, they weren't hyping like there was hyping in England. Like the merger in itself made newspapers go wild with it. Whereas in America, they was like, okay, James has signed some of the UK guys. Yeah. Let's wait to hear what fire they got. Then we start talking. In England.
Like we was in papers, we had no business even being in the papers. Like we're not pop stars. We're not like some like you know what I mean. We're not on no
can't even buy that type of
reality TV show or some what's it called? Them little contests. What they do? What's it called?
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. We weren't on nothing like that. So when we're hitting talent those platforms and we're just some raw spitting, just young, like
mad with it,
ignorant with it. Like we was just like. We don't even care to be like, cool, we get support on radio. That's cool because our music's getting out there. And we did have the platform like the internet. So, of course, we wanted that. But if it was this day and age, we'd be the type of artist that's like, fuck the radio. Do you know what I mean? From that's the mindset we had.
Of course.
We was like, nah, we just do what we do. And like, whoever.
Was you ever looking for the support from radio at any point, like early on?
No, we definitely was because those days it was like how we look for the support from being on platforms like the internet, right? like being on sites and blogs and everything. It would just be like that. We needed the outlets to be heard, and that's actually what bust us. It was the radio.
But it was tricky for us because we was ignorant on a different level.
But I can imagine though, man. Like you're young, you're from London, but you're actually starting to conquer the States, New York. Yeah. I know it's to say the States is big, but you actually think about it. You know, this is something that I think about when I think of especially you two, because originally. Before you, I don't think there was really anyone that went out to America, got accepted, embraced, and linked up with such big names. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for real, it's going to be people that dreamed of doing that, especially UK rappers. Because I grew up I was a DJ at first, right? But I was shit. I had bare records, but I couldn't really mix. I just knew what tune to drop, and that's how I got into music. Originally, my dad was a DJ. Okay. I started doing it. Collection was deep, so my hip hop knowledge was crazy, and my dream was like I grew up on Nas, Soul and 50 so much that it's like I would love them to hear my music, not say let's do a tune, just hear it, and you lot's in the studio with, you already know names are crazy, the list is mad.
But you know what made that? Do you know what it was? I think the dream, what made it seem possible is New York City, bruv. There's a different level, there's a different ambiance, there's a different feeling in that city, bruv. You know what it's like, bruv. You touch down, do you know how inspired it? Bruv, I'm inspired just waking up in the morning, bruv. Like I turn on the radio, like just getting ready, just rolling in the whip. The energy, bruv. It's like, it's just charged up. It feels like, this is like, you know that feeling you get when you leave the gym and you just done a big chest day and you're like, I'm about this life, or you've done a mad cardio and you're like, the endorphin levels are through the roof.
I'll give you an example.
Bro, it's just different.
We're in the Escalade, riding around with our brethren from Queens. This time we was living in Brownsville, East New York.
He was in the hood there, fam.
We was on Picking and Montauk. So we're in a car, we're on our way to the city, and we heard Nas on Hot 97.
Yeah, just like that.
No, it wasn't even Hot 97. He was on
No.
Power.
Yeah.
Going off on Funk Flex.
Who did he fall out over? He fell out with Hot 97. Everyone at that point.
Yeah, that was around the time.
No,
he was ranting hard,
because they wouldn't let him string Jay-Z up on the stage for something.
Yeah, like they was trying to
so
make
he went
him
on
look like
Power,
Christ or
and he
something
went
on the stage.
in on Funk Flex, went in on Cam, went in on everything. So we're listening to it live as
Yeah, that
it's
was
happening.
mad.
Yeah, everyone remembers this situation when it happened.
Yo, it was
Then
crazy,
by the
fam.
night time, we're back in the whip and we're listening to Cam and Jim and them going on Nas.
Yeah, they
so
was-
we're hearing
I
it
really mean it,
real
remember?
time.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Real
that, bro.
time we're hearing everything. You see
It
what
was
I'm saying?
almost
And
like
that- and
Dipset
that's
were
the
becoming
radio.
so popular
Yeah,
too at
yeah,
that point.
yeah.
So they had power again to battle someone like
Yeah,
Nas. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And you lot in the whip, calm,
We're
listening
hearing
to
it
it.
real time
Mad.
as it's happening. Or we'll be at Jim Jones's Emotionless video shoot, and then we're hearing Cam getting that 50 over the Koch thing live with the radio at the video shoot. Everyone's standing around the radio. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like that's one of the only L's 50 took, man.
But the mad thing is, that day of that emotional shoot, I'm in the Phantom with Jewels, and I'm talking to the guy Zlo that we actually introduced to Jewels.
Yeah.
That we're the ones who brought him through to
What's
the
his name?
studio, Zlo, like from, you know,
Slowbucks.
Slowbucks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, slow.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So then, like, his,
And now
name,
they're
his
tight.
name's Winslow, so it's Slow short for that. Whatever. But
see them.
man's all putting Jewels on the
Connecting.
phone. Well, I'm talking to Zlo, and then he's putting 50 on the phone, and I'm putting Jewels on the phone, and they're speaking about the whole situation.
So
On
when they
that
done
day,
the
that's how
concert on the
that's the
island.
mix. We was in the mix. Like, you see what it is? People see from the outside. They think they know about SAS. They think they know about
they don't really
Mega
know
and
shit.
Mayhem. They don't really know
You
how
can swear, by the way,
influential
guys.
we
You can
were.
wild out. It's just for the.
They don't understand how
you know what I mean?
influential we were and
Bug
what
out.
we were within that infrastructure. We were a major factor.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It wasn't seen. It wasn't something that was seen on camera. It wasn't something. It was
Ground
a behind the
level
scenes
almost.
thing.
Like, you lot was in touch with the streets
Yeah,
where they might have been a
we
bit
was in
stars
the
at the time.
mix. Like, we was in the mix. I would link up with Zoe and we would go out raving like with like 30 Queens, man. We'd be out in those clubs. Like,
Popping
I'll
the
be
balls.
there when it was popping with True Life, when it was popping with like certain things, and I'll see Uncle Murder out, and he'd be like, "Yo, this is my guy from London."
That's my Danny, man.
Like, man was in the mix for real, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
it
so
was.
it's not even it's different. It's other than rap. It's just the type of guys we are.
I
We've
went to
always
the-
been people that introduce.
There's a
people
club
to
in
other people.
Manhattan. I forgot the name of it, but I was at Slowbuck's birthday when I was out there last year, and I was with Uncle Murder and the man and that. And you can see, and because of me going there, like some people they might even listen to what you lot are saying, and then I personally think every time you lot's told a story, it's been 100% credible. That's my opinion, right?
For what? It's not even
Nah,
like it's
but
anything
nah,
that's
but you know
beneficial.
especially when there's beef involved, people always have.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean? You can sometimes
we
you
take
can
L's,
read
we
into
take
it.
L's, we taking L's.
People
We
take
taking
Nah,
L's.
but it's credible to me as a person, as an individual, like, and anyone that I've been around when we're watching your side of the story and that. And some people, because they've never left the hood, they don't know how
They wouldn't
realistic it
understand.
is to meet people like that
Yeah.
in America. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I've not done maybe quarter of the things you guys have done out there, but I come back to the hood.
Yeah.
And I get the young bucks coming up to man.
in the mix, though.
Yeah, but Donnies are coming up to me in the kebab shop, fam, while I'm just waiting for my food on a Friday. Yo, what you was out there with them GS9 youths?
Yeah, yeah,
Bruv,
yeah.
what are they like? No, how did you... How...
You see what it is, yeah?
It's mad
if
to
you want
them.
stuff in London, yeah, or UK in general,
Yeah.
you're going to be paranoid because you know what you're on. So when you go to the States, I'm not venturing down there because if man ventured in my block in London, I know what
peak.
we would do. Americans, it's different. They move different.
It moves totally different, fam. And again, like going back to like what I'm saying as well is that I know how realistic it is to be around certain man in the club and them to embrace you because you lot are stand-up guys, fam.
Yeah.
You
Respect,
big
bro.
characters, do you know what I'm saying? Good content, good music. What's not to love about you lot? You know what I mean? A lot
No,
of people
salute.
over there are business-minded, fam.
Yeah.
They see
Safe,
a
bro.
new... Yeah, they do.
You know,
but
the
they do,
mad
fam. They
thing
see-
for me was
you get me?
I was raving with Hayes, like Made in Come.
Oh,
for
yeah,
some
Hayes.
reason.
Yeah,
I was
talk
out.
about
I
him,
was
man.
out.
He's
I was out. I was
good
there.
rapper
We
too.
went to some Little Kim album release party or whatever, and it was like, oh, the guy that I was running with Schizo, who made a lot of the beats.
The beats for Cameron's album,
Exactly.
yeah.